everybody, Chef Rob here. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, today I'm going to make my family a luau style pork and chicken and some sides. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to prep the pork. I bought a pork shoulder, Boston butt is what it's referred to sometimes. And we're just going to get that on the smoker, and because that's going to take the longest. And the way I do this is I actually do a two-part approach on the pork. I will smoke it for 3 hours or so, and then I'll put it in a sous vide bag and sous vide it for about 3 hours or so, and we'll take it to that point. So here's our pork roast. It's been deboned, so we have that big slice through the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to probably just use the bulk of that slice that's already there and cut this into two smaller pieces that I then want to put some pork dry rub on, which is salt, pepper, paprika, garlic, some brown sugar, some kind of just anything that you like, or you can buy a pork dry rub, but this is a pretty simple one. It's mostly, again, salt, pepper, and sugar, but with some other things in there. So we'll get these all dry rubbed, and then we'll take this out and put it on the smoker. So I've got the smoker, which is a pellet-fed smoker grill. It's a Traeger, and I've got those two parts of the pork roast all dry rubbed, and I've got the smoker set at about 250, which is a little bit more than you would if you're doing the whole thing on the smoker only. But since I'm doing half smoke, half sous vide, we're going to bump up the heat a little bit and keep it on there for 3 hours. So we'll put them nicely nestled into the smoker and let them be for about 3 hours. All right, these have been on for about 3 hours, and I'm going to take the one that we cut, the part that the bone was cut out of, which is a little bit smaller, and I'm going to take that in and vacuum seal it in this bag and then put it in a water bath. Got that off of the smoker, and we've got it in a vacuum bag. Because we're going Hawaiian style, I'm going to put some teriyaki in this, maybe a quarter of a cup or so, and we will vacuum seal this in that vacuum bag, and we will seal this up. There we go. Our water is currently at 145 degrees, so it'll take a few minutes to get up there, and we'll leave this in the water bath for about 3 hours. All right, we're gonna make some coleslaw here. coleslaw. We'll toss that up a little bit, and I'll put an Asian style dressing on it and maybe some slivered almonds. We'll see what we find. Make some coconut lime rice out of basmati rice. So I'm going to put 2 cups of basmati, and then I'm going to put a can of coconut milk, and I'm going to make up the difference in chicken stock. You have to kind of just eyeball that because you want enough chicken stock to cook your rice. So we'll put that on the oven, and then after it's done, we'll add some cilantro and lime and probably some jalapeno also. Some dressing for our coleslaw. I'm just going to use some of the teriyaki sauce that we're using elsewhere, some Thai sweet chili sauce, and some vinegar. And we'll see how that tastes. Now, you need to remember that in teriyaki is going to be soy and some honey or some sugar, and same thing in the Thai sweet chili is just going to be a little bit of heat and some sweet, and then the vinegar. So I think we've got all the elements in there of a really good vinaigrette, an Asian style vinaigrette. We've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we're going to put on the grill, and we're going to baste these with the teriyaki as we tin them and turn them over. We'll just get them on the grill right now. Okay, let's take our teriyaki and we'll brush this side and then flip them and immediately brush the other side, so we start to build that caramelization of the sauce. And we'll also turn them 90 degrees so they get the good grill marks. Chicken thighs are so good in that they're a lot less lean than a breast, so they don't dry out on you. Okay, so we'll turn those all about 90 degrees, and then we'll let them keep going. Look at beautiful. Okay, so we'll turn it over on that side. We'll baste them. And then we'll get the good grill marks on both sides by turning those 90 degrees in about 2 minutes. So we'll take that last 90-degree turn just so we get those good grill marks on both sides. These are done, so we'll take all our chicken off and kind of pile it up so it continues to keep each other warm. I'm going to chop up some ramen noodles, which add a nice little crunch to the salad. And then we'll put our dressing on there. We're going to get our pork out of the water bath that it's been sitting in for about 3 hours, and we'll let that cool off a little bit, just sitting there like that. Okay, we're going to season this wonderful rice. You can see this basmati rice is long and fluffy and beautiful. Now this is, if you could only smell this, this has got the fragrance of that coconut. Now what I've got here is sesame oil, lime juice, the zest of the lime, 1 jalapeno, and a bunch of cilantro. So we're going to put that into our coconut lime rice. And puff that up and put that on a serving plate. He's logging on.
There'll be more fun to come.